So I absolutely love the Full Armor Gundam. Nope, not that Full Armor Gundam, yeah, that Full Armor Gundam. It's an absolutely cool classic design and the color scheme is so fun. Now I've built a few of them before and none of them have really blown me away, and this one's been in my collection, or should I say in my backlog, for quite a while, and I guess I didn't really know what I was sitting on. I still don't know because I haven't built it yet, but from a quick Google search, this actually seems a little nicer than I thought it was going to be. This right here is the high-grade Gundam the Origin FA78-1 Full Armor Gundam EFSF prototype mobile suit. And as far as I know, or as far as I've seen, this is essentially a mobile suit the Origin Gundam, which is fantastic, with the full armor on top of it, which is super exciting. As you can tell though by the color of the box right here, this is a premium Bandai exclusive sadly, so if you want to grab one for yourself, can't find one anywhere else, you will definitely find it where I got mine, and that is on Buy. Now let's build this, see what we got. So yeah, today what I'm going to be taking a look at right here is the FA78-1 Full Armor Gundam. So as you can see, nothing much to really see on the box, it's just an actual picture of the model kit itself, it's not art, just on a nice mossy green box. Inside of that we've got 1, 2, 3, and that is Gundam the Origin, 4, 5, 6, actually that's a surprising amount of runners inside of the box, and it seems like there's a couple of builds to this. So I'm starting to notice a lot of times with gunpla, more often than not these days, there's 2 builds inside of the box. Not necessarily a build, I guess. You can have it with the armor off or with the armor on, which is pretty cool all around. As for runners, we have 12 runners of plastic, a lot for a high grade. We also do have some polycaps and what looks like stickers, beams, and water slide decals. When it comes to the plastic, I don't know how it didn't dawn on me any sooner that this is the most Irish looking Gundam of all time. This right here is from 2020 and it is the high grade Gundam the Origin runner, just now in a nice green, white and orange. 2008 set of polycaps in here, so this is the mid-size one, not quite the big one, not quite the Revive style. We do have some stickers in here. Again, like I mentioned, there's kind of 2 builds to this. One has more orange, one has a little bit of yellow. We've got some beams inside here too. These are the standard kind. And we do also have a sheet of water slide decals in here as well, which are fairly fancy. Those are quite nice. Anyway, building. So jumping right on into the build, and first off we've got the legs. So these are 100% high-grade Gundam the Origin legs. Actually, they're not 100%. They've actually got some brand new parts inside, which is quite cool, but overall it is still in the same vein as that absolutely fantastic high grade. So first you throw a polycap ankle joint into the foot, grey section into the white, heel armor in green, toe pops on like so. We've got the hugely unique knee design in here. Now this is on a peg, but it is locked into position, which almost makes it seem like it has maybe a hidden mod that I'm not too sure about. Anyway, double jointed knee. Smack that between 2 bits of armor. Some nice inner frame inside of the lower leg. Some armor onto the front and the rear of that. Next up we've got a whole ton of these little circular stickers. There's a grand total of what it looks like 12 of these across the legs and the arms. On the legs they attach onto the sides of the knees as well as the ankles, and on the arms they attach onto the elbows. It's the green calf section that actually attaches this bit on, sandwiches in, and then we've got a 3-piece hip joint here with a peg hole in it. Foot pops on where foots pop on, followed by knee armor, and a ball joint attachment here for the ankle armor. And there we go, complete. So very similar, if not next to exactly the same, as the awesome high-grade Gundam the Origin. Also, when I was showing all the articulation on this, I forgot to show that we do have these little verniers that pop out the back of the legs, those little thrusters. When it comes to the arms in here, this is what we get when it's complete. So pretty much exactly the same looking, at least, because we do have different wrists in here. They don't have the cool little cannons on them or the various little wrist segments we would have seen on Gundam the Origin. I will mention we do have the arm mounted right on into the shoulder, which definitely affects the articulation on the finished kit, sadly, and otherwise it's fairly basic and right to the point here. First off, you start off with an elbow. It is double jointed. Armor then whacks onto both sides. Front segment then smacks on like so. The wrist here is brand new. It looks kind of the same, a little bit different, but it's for attaching on the armor later. Nice shoulder design made out of 4 pieces, including the polycap in there. And then the final assembly of throwing on the shoulder up top and the hand down here. There we go, complete. Jumping on down to the waist unit and starting right in the middle, we've got 2 polycaps for, I assume, the side skirts. They lock into place. Simple swinging hip joint, and then you start adding some of the nice full Armor Gundam colors onto it. We do have some tiny little stickers, these kind of pain in the butt stickers for the V on the front. They come in tiny yellow and tiny orange. When popped into the armor, it looks like that, always disappointing. Some orange color separation up front, and that then attaches into the front like that. And we finish it off with some side skirts in to those polycaps like that. So we've got moving side skirts, moving front skirts, and a set in place butt flap. Pop in on that pair of legs, and essentially this, as far as I remember, is pretty much identical to the standard Origin version of the Oryx 78-2, which is an absolute good thing. Fan favorite through and through, high grade, and this is just it so far in a nice full armor color. Jumping now up into the torso, and I forgot we've got these really cool kind of mounts for popping the typical old polycap shoulders into. These attach into the back of the body. We've got a really cool double jointed neck, which attaches on into it like that. Complete the torso. You build up this multiple point waist joint section, which hooks on under and in, and then swings up inside. Nice design. Inside the backpack, it's a bunch of polycaps and some thrusters. When it comes to the backpack attachment, this is quite interesting. The backpack attaches on with these little hooks, but the actual 2-point adapter is in underneath in case you do want to use this kit with some other kits' backpacks. So that is the torso complete. Popping it onto the body. Next up is the arm. And the arm, and as you can see, this is 100% the Gundam The Origin build, just now in the cool full armor colors. I didn't know I didn't know that's what this kit was. I thought it was going to be like that full armor North American Gundam, or whatever it was called. This is so much nicer. So next up in here, we've got the head, and this is what it looks like finished. Now, there are some impressive aspects to it. Now, first off, the kind of side elements all the way around, probably should close that all the way up. But yeah, the side aspects and the muzzle are directly from the Oryx 78-2 Origin version. However, there are some new elements, including that cool color separation underneath the nose right there. That's not a sticker, that is color separation. What you do is you throw the orange eye section into the red back of head bit. You will have to attach the tiniest little white segment just above the Gundam muzzle like so, and that pops in under the eyes. So at this point I usually stick on the eye sticker. It's easier to have the muzzle to actually line it up to. Then you've got some more stickers, throw on the top of the head, the sides, the V-fin, and the little red section in the middle. So yeah, essentially this is all color separated besides the rear head camera and the eyes. The front head camera actually does have color, but it's not reflective. But yeah, overall, impressive. Anyway, the head just pops on up there like so, and this is what the full armor looks like without the armor attached on. Now, this is an interesting color combination, but I can't wait to get the full armor on there. Once you do have the Gundam itself built, it's time to move on to the armor. This is fairly simple for the most part. A lot of the parts are just for adding directly onto the Gundam, so there isn't too much building, but there is some parts like the chest and the legs that have a little bit of building at this moment to do. Now, I will mention, because some parts are singular aspects that come right off the runner onto the Gundam, it does mean you do have a lot of knobs and mold lines all over the place. So some of these will require extensive cleanup to try and take all of that off. But for the most part, some nice color separation, a lot of green, a lot of orange. I think that's pretty much it, besides some gray, and we've got that little dual beam gun as well. Everything simple to put together. So jumping on into the aesthetics, and this right here is what the high-grade full armor Gundam the Origin version looks like out of box, just snapped together. Once again, I've done nothing with this but panel line the muzzle ever so slightly. When it does come to the overview of this kit, visually it's pretty much 90% exactly the same physically as we would have seen with the absolutely phenomenal and fan favorite high-grade Gundam the Origin Oryx 78-2 kit. We do have some new parts in here, mainly for attaching new parts onto, but besides that, a lot of it is essentially the same as what we would have seen before, which is a very positive thing, and the thing that's actually thrilling me the most about doing this video. I thought I was going to be seeing something like the North American type, or whatever it was called. There was multitude of kind of, I think it was the heavy Gundam I might be mixing it up with, that I thought this might be based on, so I was completely off. This is insanely nice. Now, these kits are definitely lacking a lot without some panel lining, so I always suggest doing that with the Gundam the Origin kits, because they've got so much beautiful panel lines all over the place. But otherwise, this has turned out great. There isn't too much in the lines of nub marks, there are some seams here and there, or should I say mold lines here and there, but mainly predominantly towards the back. Otherwise, the great Oryx 78-2 Origin that we all know and love in a new kind of color format. Impressive, most definitely. So I started into the build a little bit late today. Build missed, build number 40 out of 50, by the way, so I'm just going to talk about what's new. The head has been redesigned in the face a little bit to color separate the nice aspects, but otherwise we're seeing the same cool stuff, including color separated head camera and the Vulcans. Besides that, it's just some new segments like the knees, as well as the ankles and feet for attaching parts onto. All those various little kind of attachment points they can just kind of see on the surfaces of various bits, mainly around the front. And as for a bit of a brief size comparison, there it is side by side with two other Oryx 78-2s, the Revive on the left and the Real Grade on the right, so it's average Gundam height, but just doesn't seem to have the same sort of stature as the other two kits, kind of. And beside my standard Gundam the Origin there on the left, which has an SD head for God knows whatever reason, I think I misplaced the other head, and on the right is the Temu alternative to official gunpla. When it comes to the accessories with the full armor Gundam right here, this comes with quite an amount. When it comes to weapons, we've got the beam sabers, the beam cannon, as well as a tiny little shield. Hands, we've got 4 alternate hands, including the pair of holding hands already attached, for a grand total of 6. On top of that then, we've got a whole host of nice armor parts to attach on, cannot wait. And we do have a set of water slide decals here as well. Now these I would love to throw on, as well as a matte top coat, but it's not something I do have the time for during Buildmas, sadly. Man, this kit was a missed gem in my backlog. It's way better than I thought it'd be. Now, we'll mention we do have about 50, maybe 70% of a shield on here included from the standard Oryx 78-2 the Origin, but we don't have the mounting point for a round back. So maybe you could just cut this out, put it together, maybe loop something around it and make a key ring or something out of it. That would be a cool use, but yeah, you can't actually use it on the Gundam without modification. So when it does come to the main event inside of the box, that is the full armor, and there is a before and after of what it looks like attached on. Now, as usual, I can't actually see this right now because I'm going to put them together in post, but all I can say is afterwards, this becomes one thick, awesome looking Gundam. Again, this really needs the decals on it. We've got a sea of green, which would really benefit from nice white decaling all over it. This is something I'm gonna have to put to the side so I can actually do it in future. I don't want this to stay as plain as it is. It's just too beautiful. But yeah, there's 2 variants you can build out of this box. Again, a good reason to buy 2, but honestly, we all want that full armor right there on the right. Now, it does come to actually attaching this all on. It attaches on beautifully and simply. I'm not really going to say too much about it because I got a little bit distracted while actually letting this spin around. And that is, when I was letting this spin while attaching parts on, it really reminded me of, and I guess I'm at risk of carbon dating myself entirely here, it really reminded me of the old cartoon Centurions. And the basic premise there is some guys, they can make armor attach to them, they spin around while it attaches on. It was awesome. At least the way I remember it, it was awesome. So I gave it a little bit of a Google for the sake of nostalgia, and what actually blew me away is the fact that I did not know that that series was animated by Sunrise. As far as I know, it is an American show, but it was animated by Sunrise, which is mad. It's kind of funny how you can actually see how much Sunrise or different various Japanese anime studios might have reached through your TV and gotten you when you were a kid when you didn't even know it was happening. Now, the studio that did animate it is not a Gundam studio. There's multiple studios at Sunrise, and that was Studio 7 who did it. But either way, that's a pretty interesting bit of trivia right there, especially if you used to watch Centurions, and now you're watching yourself some Gundam. So yeah, sadly I'm super out of time for today, so I'm gonna have to fast track the rest of this review, but it does look absolutely beautiful. Again, it's an Origin kit, so that does mean, let me pop off these lights so it gets nice and lit from the sides. But yeah, it does mean there's a lot of beautiful panel lines in there to panel line up. This is a kit that will greatly, well, I suppose like the entire Origin line, benefit from some nice panel lining. Again, some nice shadows inside of those lines, maybe even a little bit of battle damage and the included decals. Onboard weapons involve the shoulder cannon. It's just a simple pivoting cannon that can move to the back like so and fly forward like that over the shoulder. Simple 2-part design, but it does what it needs to do. Next up, we've got a pair of beam sabers, but as far as I know, these are for using in the non-full armored mode of this particular one, because there is nowhere on this to actually attach them. The little segments that were on the backpack are actually taken off when you are building this mode, so I do assume it's not going to be using them in this mode. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I won't be using them, that's for sure. We do have some missiles locked inside the knees, which pop out just like so. Very cool. And just like a full armor do, we've got a beam cannon in here as the main weapon. Now it attaches onto the arm with that segment, and this attaches into the hand. Now the Gundam the Origin kit is a kit that does have 2 long-range weapon holding hands included. Also, the pegs are on both sides of this, so I assume that you can probably use this weapon in either or hand, considering this right here is somewhat symmetrical. The top of this particular section is a little bit different, so it may not fit, but if you wanted to get 2 of them, then you may be able to do that. Actually pop it on here instead of this small shield. Anyway, I'm just going to be doing it the standard way today for the sake of brevity, so I'll just pop that on, pop this on, and there we go, all full armored up. Just to get in a little bit of a pose for the sake of checking out all of the armaments, you can pop any stand in. I'm using a simple stand as usual. Overall, the armor holds on. Whoa, I almost forgot. We also have these ones here too. They're actually so nicely recessed away. So I assume only the actual missiles in here are meant to be in orange, so you might have to detail around them with a darker paint. I'm not sure what the color is meant to be, but either way, it's nice to have those opening missile containers. Well, I did lose a front skirting earlier because they were not attached on correctly, but once they are actually attached on correctly, they hold on perfectly. So anyway, getting them in a little bit of a pose. And there we go, and I'm actually glad to say that the full armor doesn't actually get in the way of the Gundam the Origin's absolutely brilliant posing potential. So if you always wanted yourself a nice full armor Gundam that can pose up a storm, this is your boy right here. Does a great job. Alright, so jumping on into the articulation now, and the usual comment on the build here. It's a bit of a springy polycap based build, but I found these actually hold up very well over time. They're very nicely designed. As for the articulation, let's give it a go. This kit right here is definitely a very good poser. It's fairly smooth for the most part and will get into pretty much any pose that you want, like the test pose right here. Again, as far as I can see, this is pretty much identical to the high-grade Gundam the Origin, and I'm kind of glazing over it a little bit today. So if you do want to know more about the posability of this kit and a multitude of other high-grade Gundams, I did do a video a few years ago comparing multiple high-grade versions, so you can kind of get an idea in that video of how it works out versus other kits available. So that is it for the review right there, and the high-grade Gundam the Origin Full Armor Gundam to me is X-Gold tier, an absolutely phenomenal kit. When it comes to the aesthetics, this one was a little bit difficult because it is an absolutely beautiful kit, but in order to actually pull out all those panel lines, you will have to put in some more extra effort yourself. It's kind of a really good looking kit with the potential to be an extremely nice looking kit, but out of box it can be a little bit in the plain side. So that's why I got 3.5 as opposed to 4, but still beautiful in either form. When it comes to the articulation, once again, kind of the same sort of thing. It is very good, bordering on great, but not quite getting there. The limited shoulders is probably one of the down points to it, but otherwise it can really pose up very well. Just so shy of being fantastic. Accessories wise, this is a very nice kit. You can build it as a standard style Gundam in the beautiful green, white and orange colors, or you can build it as the full armor Gundam. We have beam sabers for using with one form, and we have the beam cannon and shield for using with the other form, and there's a lot of nice gimmicks inside of the armor too. Lastly, when it does come to the build on this kit, it is again extremely good, just not extremely great. Now, the actual build, putting it together, is nice. The putting on the armor is nice too. The only kind of issue I do have with this kit that I'd mark it down on a little bit is it has that kind of sort of new but not that new gunpla-ness to it, where it relies on polycaps as well as plastic on plastic joints. The plastic on plastic joints are extremely strong, the polycaps are kind of weak, so you're almost getting into an absolutely perfect pose when some polycap joint will kind of wiggle out of the pose on you, which is kind of annoying. Like, I find even just to stand it standing up, the hips kind of fight with each other a little bit. And even just getting it standing up straight can be kind of, well, take a little longer than it needs to. Also, when I ever adjust the neck, which is a plastic joint, I find some parts in the actual torso will move a little bit. So there's that little constant fight between the softer polycap joints and the hard plastic joints, and it kind of, at times, can be a little bit irksome. But besides that, great kit, poses well, looks beautiful, highly recommend, especially if you love the Gundam the Origin kits, which more than likely you do. But yeah, that's it for the review. Want one of your own? I got mine through buy, link in the description. Come back for build 41 tomorrow. I'm going to try to get to that 50. So I'm just going to mention right here, I didn't actually get the chance to update the end card for these videos in quite some time. I hope to do it in the next couple of days, so if you're waiting to see your name up on the end card right here, you won't be waiting too much longer. Again, it's Buildmas, so it's, I don't know what time it is now, 11 PM. It's going to be really late by the time I'm finished, and most of these days that kind of happens too, so it's only ever at this point I realize I need to update this card pretty badly, so hopefully I'll get it done really soon. So if you are waiting, my apologies, and I'll get it done as quick as possible.